How's it going, everybody? I'm Jason of Jason's Drum here, and I am back after, seeing some more technical difficulties, because why not? Why not have more technical difficulties when trying to stream? So we are back here, getting ready to do this. Ravens now have a lead, 17-3. The Saints will be getting the ball back. So let me go ahead and unlock you. Move. No. Work. Stop snapping. This damn thing is snapping. Why? Stop. No! Stop snapping! I don't want you to snap! So now we are having technical difficulties with this stupid... I don't want you... We'll move the Saints. Move these. Move the Saints back down. There we go. Properties. Q3. And here we go. We are back. We are having a fun time. And let's watch it. So here comes the kick back to the Saints. This one going to go through the end zone for a touchback. So let's see what they can do. Oh boy. Okay. So let's see what the Saints are able to do here on offense. Famous Jameis, ready to take over. No, it's not famous Jameis. It is Andy Dalton. They gave the offense back to Andy Dalton. Looking to throw, has some time. Let's go to the far side. It's going to be caught at the 31-yard line by number 12. Okay. There we go. Just making some notes about last night's game. And let's see what they can do. It's a 2nd down and 3 now for the Saints. And here comes Andy Dalton. Going to hand it off the middle. It's the 35 to the 40 to the 42. Maybe the 43 is Alvin Kamara. Just like that. And let's see what they've got rolling here going into the second down, or the first down. Man, I mean, this has just been one interesting ride, to say the least, recently. But we're here, we're ready to see this. So here comes the Saints. Ball's at the 42 for a 1st and 10. Andy Dalton in shotgun. No, that's not Andy Dalton, is it? No. That's Taysom Hill looking to throw. Has some time. Let's go over the middle. It's going to be caught. Wide open in the middle is number 12 for the first down at the 45 of the Saints. Or of the Ravens. Sorry. Wow. And let's see what they can do here with a first down. There we go. Just making some notes about last night's game before we go and focus on this one. And that was Chris Olave was number 12. Here we go. 1st and 10. Hey, John. Yeah, we are streaming tonight. Second stream tonight, though. Oh, Taysom Hill going to run up the middle to the 39-yard line of the Ravens. But yeah, last night we tried streaming, and Xfinity just completely decided to crap the bed. And then tonight, we've already had to go on our second stream because my computer decided to freeze up. But we're here now, hopefully for the rest of the night. And yeah, we get to see what happens. We also got these to check out at the end of the stream. You know, I got a pool of a bunch of guys together doing it. So we'll see if we're wieners, which we probably are. But here we go. The 2nd and 4 play. Dalton in looking to throw. Pressure coming. He's going to get sacked. Ball comes out, and the Ravens take control at the 41. Let's see what they spot. Ravens say they have it. Refs looking. They're going to say no. He was down by contact first. But that ball came out before Dalton was down, if you ask me. Like, I hope they show the replay because it looked like the ball came out as Dalton was going down. There it is. Oh, maybe not. He did have the ball in his hand as he went down. The question is, did he have control? But the Saints, nah, it was coming out before he went down. And it looks like the Ravens maybe going to challenge. John Harbaugh going to try to get the ball back. We're going to put this as under review. And John saying, did you stream Thursday or last Monday? I did not. Thursday I came back from practice a little late. So I wasn't able to stream because we came back at like 10 minutes into the 10 minutes left in the third quarter. And I was just exhausted. And last Monday I only got out of work at about 10 o'clock. So, yeah. Wasn't able to do much. But we're here tonight. We'll be here next Sunday all day doing another stream marathon again. Because not going to lie, it was a lot of work, but that was fun. And John talking about the graphics, yes sir. Oh yeah, also look, new additions to the setup. These lights are going all around the room. Actually, I need to ask my roommate if they were too bright for him last night or if we should get some more and just hang them all around our dorm. Because I do like the look. I mean, the look is really nice. In fact, hold on. I'll turn out the light so you guys can see. Oh, you can't really see it that much. But in here, it's nice. I mean, you can kind of see the lights, but you can't really see the effect. It's really nice. Just seeing just that light is enough that you're able to kind of like easily wind down and go to sleep. It's real nice. Real calming, too. So we'll have to see. We also got some of these bad boys. Drawing in about an hour for that. I was in charge of getting the tickets for the pool that me and a couple of friends got going. The pool that I kind of started. But yeah, we'll probably need about another couple packs of lights if he's fine with it. But yeah, you're ready to see what they can do. I'm going to take a look at my fantasy team. See if I have Lamar Jackson starting in both my leagues, so that's like a huge good sign. Because Lamar is just Lamar. Does whatever he wants. So, let's see it. Oh, yeah. All I need is Lamar to get 2 more points. Just 2 points more. And I win in fantasy in one of my leagues. Then my other league, I've already whooped my opponent. So, all I need is Lamar to get a couple more points. And I go 2-0 this week. On top of my predictions being spot on. But then I also need to work on the power rankings this week. So that's another fun thing. Well, let's see. Here comes the call. It stands as called. I thought they could have gotten away with saying it came out because it looked like he was losing control as he was going to the ground. But alas, it's a 3rd and 6. And that was a 3rd straight game with 2+ sacks for Justin Houston, making him the first Ravens player in history to do that. And here we go. Andy Dalton in shotgun, Kamara to his right, 2 receivers to the near side. Other than that, it's a tight formation. They are 1 for 6 on 3rd downs tonight with an average being 4.8. And Andy Dalton looking to throw to the near side, catches. It's a 1st down at the 31-yard line by Olave. So it is a 1st and 10 for the Saints. I also got to do power rankings this week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Because we do a top 16. But here we go. Andy Dalton in shotgun. And he's going to hand it off to Kamara, trying to find something in the middle. Down to the 26 he goes for a 2nd down and 4 to go. And John asking if PDF, HD, or David are joining. Well, PDF was taking a shower, and then he'll be back. David, I don't know. And HD has been MIA for a long time. But right now, the Saints have Taysom Hill in the game. We'll see we'll see if they go to him on this. But that's still Dalton in shotgun. But Hill's on the field. So let's see what they do. Some sort of trickery. Dalton looking to throw, has some time. Lets it go over the middle. Is going to be caught. That's number 17, and he's going to go down at the 17-yard line, ironically enough. Let me message David and see if he is going to be coming. Where is that? There's Davido. Hey, you coming to stream? If not, no biggie. Just wanting to know. But right now, it's going to be me for a little bit. And here comes Dalton looking to throw. Has a lot of time, rolling to the far side. He's going to run with it and pick up about 4 with his feet to about the 12. I mean, he had all day and then some. Like, that man could have went to sleep back there and he still wouldn't have been sacked. That is a stupid amount of time for a quarterback to have. Let's see. Okay, David will not be able to make the stream tonight. So, just me and a PDF whenever they get back from the shower. But here we go. The Saints on a 9-play, 62-yard drive, taking over 5.5 minutes of clock. We just crossed under the 3-minute threshold left in the 3rd quarter. Let's see what the Saints are able to do with it. So the ball is at the 13 for a 2nd and 7. There's going to be a handoff up the middle to 24. He's going to get his way to the 10. So it is going to be a 3rd down and 4 for the Saints. Now, if you guys are new around here, you guys are liking what you're seeing, smash that like button. It really helps out the channel a whole lot. It tells us we're doing something right. Also, we will have a public Discord server go live at 200 subscribers. We are only 31 clicks away from that, so subscribing is also a huge help. But here we go. 3rd and 4 for the Saints. They're in a 1 running back, 1 tight end, 3 wide receiver set in a really tight formation for what they have on the field. Dalton in shotgun, Kamara to his right, looking to throw. Has some time, but pressure coming, and he's going to get dropped at the 19-yard line. And just like that, the Saints are going to have to settle for another field goal. That is a really great play. The Ravens showed blitz, and the edge rusher on the near side was just unimpeded to Dalton. He had all day to just run. Like, he had nowhere to go. He had, no one blocking him. That was number 44. Nobody was blocking him. He had a free run to Dalton. Wow. Okay. And let's see here. The kick is up, and it is good for 3. The Saints are now on the board again, making it 17-6. But that's not going to be enough with how strong the Ravens are playing. Also, I am going to make a shift here. I'm going to change the color of this because this is way too much. So we're going to make that black. That way it's easier to see. The white was not showing up on that color very well, so there we go. Let's go ahead and flip the possession arrow as the Ravens will be getting the ball back. And there we go. And let's take a look here. I'm going to take a look at my power rankings, try making some for this week. And also, big news around the league today. Frank Reich out. And a guy named Saturday is in. Also, Josh Allen might be out next week against the Vikings. That would be a huge loss for the Bills. If the Bills don't have Josh Allen, they don't have that offense, pretty much. So, I think that if Josh Allen does not play, the Vikings are going to beat the Bills. And all of a sudden, the Jets are going to take over the lead in the division. Somehow. Don't ask me how, but somehow. It's just a weird situation all around. Because no one would have thought the New York teams would be doing so well this year. But they are. Somehow. Don't ask me how, because I don't know. But right now, just looking at this game as it stands, the Ravens playing really good football, running the ball as much as they want, getting the ball wherever they want to, and the Saints aren't doing a damn thing about it. So, hopefully, for the Saints' sake, they're able to get something moving, but I also want Lamar to go off and just have a huge day, because fantasy football. So, right now, just looking at it, let's see, is PDF going to be back yet? He is not. He is still showering. We'll have him back here probably in the next 15, 20 minutes, probably by the start of the fourth quarter, hopefully. But let's see what the Ravens got dialed up here on offense, as they will be getting the ball back. And hopefully they can get something moving. Showing the replay on the sack on Dalton. I mean, that was just unimpeded. He was unimpeded. All he had to do, even if he was in a wheelchair, he would have got that sack. That was Humphrey. So, it didn't matter that he was quick off the gate. He could have sacked him by being in a wheelchair. But here comes the kick. It is up. It is away. Received in the end zone. Knelt for the touchback. And just like that, the Baltimore Ravens will be taking over at their own 25-yard line. And next week, we got the legend of Taylor Heineke going up against Jalen Hurts on Monday Night Football. So we'll see if the Eagles remain undefeated or if the Commies are able to snag a win. And you know what? I might pick the Commies on that one. Taylor Heineke has actually been winning as the starter. Somehow. But here we go. Ball's at the 25-yard line. Ravens in a tight formation. Lamar under center. And then to running back in the backfield. And it's going to be Lamar looking to throw. Has some time. And he's going to try to run with it. But pressure coming. And he is just going to get back to the line of scrimmage. For no gain. And let's see what they do. Oh boy. I'm just also pulling up my power rankings from last week. And let's see what changes I make. You're talking about the Week 9 headlines. Tom Brady over 100,000 career passing yards. Patrick Mahomes was 43 for 68 against the Titans last night. Jeez! How many times are you going to pass in a game? Here we go. Lamar Jackson looking to throw on 2nd and 10. Has some time, but he's going to try to run with it. And he is going to get... There's a face mask, but they're not going to get the flag. That was a completely missed call. You literally saw Lamar Jackson's face mask get ripped to the side. He's pleading his case, but is unable to get the call. Wow. That should have been a free first down for the Ravens. But unfortunately for them, it did not work. So let's see what they do. Oh boy. Oh, they're going to let this roll into the fourth quarter. So we're going to start the fourth quarter with the Ravens having the ball. Let's go ahead and change this over to Q4. There we go. We are at the fourth quarter now. And I'm going to start working on some power rankings because I can. And Judy's saying, hi guys, how you doing tonight, Judy? I'm just chilling here waiting for a PDF to get back from the shower. And we're just chilling watching the game. Having a good time. Because I'm also going to change or make some power rankings. So, I think I like you at number 1. This is tough. This week is tough. So, Judy cheering for the Ravens. Man, I don't know what I want to do with my power rankings this week. because, I mean, the Bills lost to the Jets. They should have beat the Jets handedly. But that's beside the point. I mean, I'm going to pull up the ESPN app and see what happened this week, but I just don't know what to do. That's been the common trend this year. There's not a dominating team. There's a couple of teams that are really good, and the rest are like middle of the pack. So let's see what happens there. But also the latest news, biggest news today is that Josh Allen being evaluated for a UCL injury in his elbow, which could be a huge loss for the Bills and a potential huge damper on them for going forward. And Judy's saying, I would go for the Saints, but they have Lattimore, and you know what happened to my Mike Evans and Lattimore. Yep. Oh, yeah. Let me go ahead here. Pull up the NFL. Also, I've been debating on something whenever March comes around. Would you guys be interested if we would do like a whole March Madness pool kind of thing? Where we just do our brackets and do videos on that kind of stuff. Not a lot, because, football channel, but I'm thinking about that. Maybe doing that when March rolls around, doing a big March Madness pool, allowing anyone to join, probably making a post with it, a community post, and a video announcing it. Choosing sponsored soda and snacks. Well, we don't have snacks. Actually, you know what? This one's sponsored by the Pizza Hut Melts. Go get yourself a melt. They're too good. I had 2 of them tonight, and they're only $6.99. But here we go. Lamar looking to throw, has some time, lets it go over to the near side. It's going to be caught. No, incomplete at the 40, which means it was dropped by Likely, and the Ravens going to have to punt this one away. Wow. So that means the Ravens going 3 and out, and we have to see what the Saints can do if they can turn this game around. Because they might have a shot now of pulling this. So here comes the punt. It is received at the 23, going back to the 22, trying to move laterally to get something. To the 25, to the 30. Up to the 32 is where he's going to be dropped. So let's go ahead and flip possession arrows real quick. And soda, Coke Zero Sugar. There you go. That's your soda for today. Oh, boy. Where were you earlier today? I looked and there was no stream. Yeah, the thing is that I worked on Mondays. And I only get out of work at like 9 o'clock. So I had to get back here, eat, and then stream. So we do what we can. Thursday night I have practice, so we're going to hopefully do the second half of that game. But yeah, that's the goal, is to do the second half of Thursday night football. All day Sunday we're going to be going. We're going to be going all day Sunday. And she's saying, stop trying to hide soda. I see him in the background. It's actually not a shelf. That's a mini fridge. But, I just go right from the 2-liter, as you guys know. So I just hold him there until I go for him, Well, here we go. Ball's at the 31-yard line, and Dalton's going to hand it off the middle to Kamara. He's going to get to the 34. Just about. But let's see here. I'm also trying to do my power rankings for this week, which is really tough. Because, ugh. And Judy's saying, are you doing the Buccaneers on Sunday at 9:30 a.m.? That I don't know. It's going to depend. If we get the game, I'm going to try to. But here we go. Dalton going to throw to the far side. It's going to be incomplete. Broken up by Patrick Queen. Intended for Kamara. So the Ravens are going to be looking at a 3rd and 7. But yeah, let me see here. Is the Munich game going to be on NFL Network? Because if it is, then I can definitely stream it. Let me see here. Will the Munich game be on NFL Network? They better not hide it behind a paywall. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Well, here we go. Ball's at the 34. Dalton looking to throw. Has some time, but pressure coming. He's going to get dropped at the 25-yard line. And he is a little slow to get up. That is not a good sign. He is slow to get up. Trying to do something. He does get up under his own power, going to the sideline. But it looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. So let's go ahead and flip the possession arrow back to the Ravens. And let's see here. I am trying to figure out. Let's see here. So here comes. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, here we go. The punt is up. It is away. And let's see what they can do. It is going to go out of bounds at about the 35-yard line, which is where the Ravens are going to take over. Now, if you guys are new around here, don't forget to smash like. It helps us out a whole lot. It gets us out there in the YouTube algorithm, and it tells us we are doing something right. And if you guys are also liking what you're seeing, smash subscribe. We will have a public Discord server go live at 200 subscribers. Figured I'd plug that in there. We're talking about Ray Guy, the only punter to be in the Hall of Fame, who just passed away this last week. Let's see here. I am trying to figure out. Let me see here. How to watch the Munich game. Let's see. Come on. How to watch Seahawks versus Buccaneers in Munich. Let's see if it'll tell us. I need to mute the website before it does anything crazy. So let's see here. So in the NFL International Series, yes, no. Everything you need to know about the game. So how to watch it. Kickoff time is 9:30 a.m. And it will be on NFL Network. So we will, hopefully, assuming I can wake up, we should be streaming that game. So yeah. Judy, we will be there at 9:30 a.m. on Sunday, assuming everything goes right. So, we'll have to see. But, man, I just don't know what to do with power rankings this week, my dude. Like, this league is just all kinds of messed up right now that, like, it's almost impossible to do power rankings because the next week they're shot. Even as things are starting to stabilize. Like, this week was the week of the underdog. Who would have thought the Jets would have won? Who would have thought the Lions would have won? Besides me. You know, calling that game. But yeah. Let me take a look here. So, the Bills only lost by a couple of points. It was a one-score game at the end of the day. The Chiefs winning in overtime. So I'm going to probably put... I also need to factor in the fact that... Okay, so I think Buffalo is going to fall pretty good in my list. Because if Josh Allen's out for any extended period of time, the Bills are screwed. But I think even if the Ravens win, I can't really move them higher. I mean, this is assuming a Ravens win. I'm trying to do it based off of a Ravens win. But here we go. The Ravens have the ball. 1st and 10. Ball is at the 37-yard line is where they spot it. And Lamar going to hand it off at the middle. Is going to be running to the near side. And cutting back in the middle to the 40, 45. Still at his feet to the 50. Down to the 47 of the Saints. Is number 17. We need to get a name on that guy. Let's get a name on him. Give us a name. Give us a name. Kenyon Drake. Yep, that is Kenyon Drake for the Ravens. Pulling a huge run. So let's take a look here, see what they can do going forward. Now the Ravens, with Lamar and shotgun, high snap, handoff to Drake up the middle, still on his feet to the 40, down to the 37 is where he's going to be met by the Saints defense. And just like that, it's going to be a 2nd down. Now there is 12 minutes and 15 seconds and rolling remaining in regulation. And let's see what they can do. Let's see if the Saints are able to do anything to turn this game around, or if the Ravens are just going to cruise to victory here. So here we go. Ball is at the 37-yard line of the Saints. Lamar in shotgun. Going to hand it off once again up the middle to Drake, and he is going to get stuffed, meeting them at the line of scrimmage for no yards. No gain. So, the Giants didn't play. Miami played and barely escaped. But I can't really raise them any higher. Which is tough because usually when you win, you go up in power rankings. That's not really the case right now. It's weird. But here we go. The Ravens are 7 for 11 on third downs tonight, and they're only looking at a 3rd and 2 here. Running a 2 running back, 2 tight end, 1 wide receiver set in a really tight set. And it's going to be looking to throw as the play is blown dead for a timeout. This is the Ravens' second timeout, so I missed their first one of the half. So the Ravens only going to have one time. Oh, wait, no, I know. They challenged it and then they lost the challenge. That's why they lost one. So if I put Dallas there, Miami there. Yeah, I think I like this. So we're setting up power rankings as we're talking about this game here. And this has just been a really chaotic week. I mean, this week has been one of the underdog winning and games being stupid close when they've had no right being so. But here we go. 3rd and 1 for the Ravens. 11:04 remaining in regulation. Let's see what they can do. Let's see if they can get anything going here. Get that first down, keep the drive alive, and try to burn even more clock. Once again, in a 2 running back, 2 tight end, 1 wide receiver set. This one being a wider set. And that is Lamar Jackson in shotgun, Drake to his left. He's going to hand off. No, he's going to keep it, trying to run through the middle. He's going to get the first down to the 30. Still on his feet at the 25. Down to the 19-yard line is where he's going to go down. So that is going to be a huge run and a big first down for the Ravens. So Judy's in. Who are you going for, Bucks or Seahawks? You know, I really don't want to see the Buccaneers win just because of last week or just because of this week. But I don't need the Seahawks gaining a further lead in the division. So it's really the lesser of two evils. I don't know. I don't know who to pick in that game. Because, you know, we lost when we should have won last week. But that's beside the point. Lamar going to hand off to Drake on first down. And Drake going to get his way down to the 14-yard line for a 2nd down and 5. So let's go ahead here, take a look at some of the power rankings. I mean, I don't know. It's tough because I can't really move teams up. Even though they deserve to move up, I can't really move them up. Because it's the power rankings are just so hard to do this week. I hate it. In fact, I think the Seahawks they're not even going to move after an impressive win. And here we go. Ravens in a tight set. 2nd down and 5. And Lamar Jackson going to take this. Nope. There's a flag on the play. Probably a delay of game or a false start. As Lamar just hucks the ball into the ground. And yes, it is a delay of game. Now, if you guys do have anything you'd like to add, I am watching the chat live, doing that thing. And if you're enjoying what you're seeing, smash like, because it helps us out in the long run. Helps the YouTube algorithm know to push us. And it tells us we're doing something right. And also don't forget to smash subscribe, as we will have a public Discord server where we can talk all things football, going live at 200 subscribers. But let's see what the Ravens are able to do now. It's 2nd and 10 at the 19, completely undoing the Kenyon Drake run. And let's see what they can do. It's a tight set with 1 lone receiver to the near side. I think that's Duvernay. And Lamar going to try to run it. Nope, he's going to pass it back to Drake, and he is going to get stuffed at the 24 for a loss of 5 on the play. And it is going to be a 3rd down and 15. It looks like the Ravens might have to settle for 3 here soon enough. So, okay, I have to move Chicago up. New England's going to jump. Oh no, the Colts just suck. So we'll put you there. Okay. Yeah, power rankings are tough to do. But John's saying, I wish 50-plus field goals were worth more than 5 points in my league. I have Tucker. Ooh, man. You'd be a shoo-in for wins with that. So here we go. 3rd and 14. It's almost 15, though. And Lamar going to throw it to the far side. And that is likely with the drop and almost intercepted by the Saints. It's going to be a 4th down and 14. And it looks like the Ravens are going to have to settle for 3. So, oh boy. I mean, I don't know what to do anymore with power rankings. Like, it's hard. It's hard to do these now. So I think I move... I mean, I can't really be too harsh, so I'll put you there. Okay, here comes the kick for the Ravens. This kick from Justin Tucker, Mr. Automatic, punches it through to make it 20-6. And just like that, the Ravens extending their lead, and the Saints going to be getting the ball back. Still down 2 touchdowns. And John saying, I played in the league previous years where 40 to 50 were 5, and 50 plus were worth 10. Oh, that will be huge, my dude. That will be huge. Let me see here. So if I put you there, yeah, I think that's what I do. Although I'm almost tempted to put the Commanders in my top 16 because they've been playing well with Taylor Heineke. I don't know. You know what? I might make that. No, I can't make that change. Can I? I'm doing it. Screw it. I mean, it's going to be changed next week anyway. Ugh. But yeah, we are chilling here. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at a couple of things. And let's see what we can do going forward here. Right now, looking at it, the Ravens are doing their huge thing. And let's see here. Yeah, if you guys are enjoying what you're seeing, we are doing this. We will be doing this all day on Sunday as well. We're going to be doing this for the second half of Thursday Night Football. And we're just going to do our thing, you know? I pride myself on bringing you guys the most up-to-date and the best football content I possibly can. And I hope you guys enjoy what we're doing here. I mean, it's something that we enjoy doing. All of us that are part of the team, we like what we do here, and we want to keep doing this for you guys. Because I'm not sure about them, but I pretty much live, breathe, and sleep football. I always have for the past 5 years. And I just really pride myself on getting the best up-to-date football content I can. But that being said here, the Ravens slowing down a little bit here in the last little bit. The Saints getting something going, but unable to keep it moving once they do get going. So we'll have to see what happens this week. And looking at some of the power rankings this week, this is an interesting set. I mean, I think I had the Bills falling the most this week. And I think our top 10's or our top 3 is finally going to see some changes. Here comes Tucker, though, with the kick to the Saints. And it's going to be through the end zone for a touchback. I mean, Justin Tucker almost just made a 70-yard field goal right there. That thing legitimately had the distance. It was just a little bit left. Wow. But let's see here. Lamar Jackson not happy after the delay of game. Really sputtering the drive and just stalling it out. So let's see how they're able to respond on defense. See if they're able to get something going to get the ball back. So here comes Dalton looking to throw. Let's go. And it's going to be tipped, intercepted by the Ravens. And they have the ball at the 18-yard line. Just like that, they get the ball back. What was I just saying? Get the ball back quickly for Lamar, and it's like nothing ever happened. And just like that, this game is just about over. If the Ravens get a touchdown here, this game is all but over. So, let's see what they do. I'm almost tempted to chew some gum. I don't. No, I'm not a monster. I don't chew Hubba Bubba like that. But yeah, we're just chilling here, ready to see how the Ravens offense can respond. I mean, that was a huge interception right there. Your offense sputters out, and your defense carries you by getting another touch or by getting another interception and getting the ball back. I mean, that's huge. So now the Ravens offense gets something to do, and that's Justin Houston having a huge night tonight, 2.5 sacks, and now adding an interception to his resume tonight. That man's just going crazy. But here comes the Ravens offense. Lamar Jackson under center. They spotted at the 17. It's going to be a run by Drake. He gets to the 15, down to the 10, down to the 8. And John saying wrong Justin Int. I wonder if Tucker Int, how many points I would get. Oh, that would be something if Justin Tucker ended up playing like free safety or something and getting an interception on a play. That would be something. And Justin Houston giving that interception ball to a kid in the front row wearing a Justin Houston jersey. And here he goes, another run by Drake, and he's going to get down to the 5, down to the 3 for a first down. And goal. And just like that, the Ravens are threatening a touchdown, and that's going to all but put this game away. I mean, I don't want to say it with, like, over 7 minutes remaining in regulation, but, like, if you go down 21 points here, that's a death sentence for a team that's been struggling offensively. So, and John saying, I'm about to lose my 6th in a row. Ooh. Ouch. I think Lamar gained an additional 2 points since last I checked, so I should have won both my games. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle, and it's going to be a touchdown by Kenyon Drake. Let's go ahead and give the Ravens another 6. Making it 26-6. Aye, since when did I turn into the Tom Grossi Raider fan? Oh boy. I don't get myself sometimes, you know? I just have fun with it. But aye, that is a Kenyon Drake touchdown run. And here comes Tucker in for the extra point. And just like that, he is automatic. There we go. John saying you can do Raider fan? Apparently I can. It might not be good. But like the 7 seas, bucko. John saying, I think Captain Finn Oakley. Yeah, that was wasn't that the guy's name? Hold on. Yeah. That was the Raider fan, Captain Finn Oakley. Yep. I think the Raiders are doing something wrong. They're not winning their games. Ooh, man. Huge props to Grossi to be able to pull that off. That is so from the throat. You have to put on like that chain smoker, a 50-year voice. Man, that just hits your throat. but I can do it in moderation. Oh, boy. I'm too much, you know that? And Judy saying Ravens win so easy. Let's go. As long as Lamar Jackson doesn't lose any yardage or throw an interception or get sacked, I'm going to win both my fantasy leagues. So let's go. Honestly, though, the Raiders are like the Raiders are my number 3 team. You know? Like, my teams are like Rams, Steelers, then Raiders. I don't know why. I like the Raiders because I like Josh Jacobs as a player. I've loved that kid out of college. He's been one of my favorite ones to watch, even from the draft, especially this year. I would love to see the Rams target Josh Jacobs in the offseason. That would be a huge addition to that team. But here we go. 6:55 remaining in the fourth quarter. And let's see what they're able to do. So here we go. If the Ravens win this game, they do take the lead in the AFC North. That is what is on the line. And the ball is received in the end zone, up to the 5, to the 10. To the 15 is where he's going to stumble through to about the 16 or 17 for a first down. She's saying, I do have a sponsored soda. I told you earlier, Coke Zero Sugar. Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. But let's see what the Saints offense can do. Interesting factoid saying, hey, I subbed anyway. Thanks, man. Thanks for the sub. Always appreciated to see that. So let's see here. And there is a lot of motion on the play. There's going to be multiple flags thrown, and it's going to be a false start on the Saints. So just like that, it's going to back them up another 5. So let's see what they're able to do. 1st and 15 here. I mean, realistically, this game is going to be a Ravens win. There's not a doubt in my mind that the Ravens win this because they're up 21 points against an offense that has not been able to move the ball. And just like that, the defense gets a huge stop, blowing up an Alvin Kamara run for a loss of 5. So, I mean, it's just insane. I mean, the Ravens have just really buckled down and played a huge game tonight. They've been playing a complete game. They've been playing both sides of the ball effectively. And now it's a 2nd and 20 for the Saints from their own 7. Here we go. Let's see what they can do. This is Dalton looking to throw. Let's go to the far side. It's caught up to the 11, and that is going to be a 3rd down. An interesting factoid saying they have to use Taysom Hill more often. Oh, I agree. I've only seen Taysom Hill on the field for a couple of plays this whole half. Like, yeah, I mean, I totally agree. Taysom Hill is like the exciting part of that offense. And they've done better with Taysom on the field compared to when he's off. Even just his presence on the field, doing something with a football, the Saints have performed better. And it's going to be a pass to Olave to the near side, up to the 24-yard line for a 4th down in about 6, give or take. But yeah, I mean, the Saints offense literally runs through Taysom Hill, but yet they don't use him enough. And interesting fact, I say maybe try him at QB or something. Well, the Saints are going to get a pass out to the far side, and that's going to be a 1st down and 10 at the 31. And, oh yeah, I agree. Dalton has been rough. They actually did use Taysom Hill at quarterback earlier for one play. Earlier this half, they had Taysom Hill go in and throw a pass to a wide-open man in the middle of the field. So, here we go. Dalton looking to throw. Pressure coming. He's rolling to the near side. Lets it go, and he just throws it away to his own bench. But yeah, I mean, Dalton has not been good since he was in Cincinnati. And even then, at the end of his time in Cincinnati, he was not good. Like, Dalton has literally been he hasn't been a good quarterback in I'd say at least 5 years. He hasn't been really that strong and that serviceable. So, here we are, just under 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And this is Taysom Hill. No, it's Andy Dalton. I got my hopes up. It's going to be a pass. Once again, now it's going to be to the 40, to Smith. And it's going to be a 3rd down and 1. For a second, I thought I saw the 7 there. I was like, oh, please tell me it's Taysom. Because they need to use Taysom. But the Saints going up-tempo here. They really need to start doing that because you're under 5 minutes, down 3 possessions. Dalton looking to throw. Lets it go over the middle. It's caught. That's Kamara to the 45-50. 45 still on his feet, down to the 41 of the Ravens. Somewhere between the 41 and 42 is going to be where they spot it. So it's going to be a 1st and 10, and we have the possession arrow wrong. And nobody corrected me. I forgot to flip it, and no one corrected me. Whoops. But there we go. Let's see what the Saints offense can do if they can keep this train moving. John's saying, look back at my schedule. Week 4, I lost by 3. I would have won if I played on San Fran D. I played Chicago versus New York Giants. Tucker at 40. Yeah. And here we go. Dalton looking to throw to the far side. Incomplete, thrown too far to the outside. Interesting factoid saying I think they stop using Taysom when they start losing, but I feel like that should change. Oh, most definitely. I mean, if you would have used Taysom earlier in the game here and got him involved more in the 3rd and early 4th quarter, the Saints would be in this. I mean, they've been moving the ball when they had Taysom on the field. So they need to be using Taysom, not when they're ahead, but when they're down. Especially when they're down and it's a winnable game. But you saying, promise I was about to say the arrow is wrong. Well, here we go. Dalton looking to throw. Pressure coming. He lets it go over the near side. It's going to be caught for a 1st down to the 25-20, 15-10, 5. Touchdown, Saints. That is number 83. Don't quite have a name on that yet. We'll have to see here. Juwan Johnson with a 41-yard touchdown reception. So let's go ahead and make that a 12 with a pending PAT. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing is that the Saints, they have the talent, especially in that week of a division, they have the talent to win the division. But here we go. We're looking at it. He might have been out of bounds, but I think I see some green blades of grass. It's either a touchdown for Johnson or he's out of bounds at the 25. So it's really going to be a close play because it was right on the sideline. I'm going to move this and put this as under review as they are reviewing it. I mean, it's really a tough call. I mean, it looks like here there's still some green. I think I see some green between his foot and the out of bounds line. So I think he was still in bounds. But we'll have to see. It's really close. I honestly think that's one you have to go with the call on the field. And it looks like they're not really going to review it. It looks like they're just watching it, but it looks like it's going to stand. So the Saints field goal unit is going to come on the field and attempt the PAT to make this game down to a 2-possession game. So let's see if they do it. They should, though. And the kick is up, and it is good. Just like that, the Saints are down by 14. Now, at this point, I don't think you go with the onside just yet. You still have all 3 of your timeouts. And if your defense can generate a stop, you'll be fine. But the question is, can that Saints defense put a stop on the Ravens? I mean, the Ravens have been effectively running the ball on almost every drive. So we'll have to see what they can do with that. Because the Ravens offense just done whatever they wanted for the most part. Now, a couple of drives, a couple of bad plays here, messing up a drive. That happens. But they have just been, other than that, just having their way. If they want something, they get it. So, we're about ready to see here the kickoff to the Ravens. I would suspect it's a kickoff to the Ravens. And let's see here. John talking about his fantasy, about how he lost. He goes, also week 2, he got his first win of the year. Draft Kittle and Henry for my tight end. Kittle was hurt, so I had to start Henry. He got 0 points. I dropped Henry after that week. I would too, my friend. I would too. If a tight end gets 0 points, I'd drop him. Well, here comes the kick. It's going to be a short kick. Down to the 15, up to the 20. Going to go out of bounds at the 22. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line is where it should be. And let's see what they're able to do. Right now, I'm not sure what confidence level I have in them. But, you know, if they can put a stop, if the Saints defense can put a stop, they're in it. And that's the question, though. And it's really going to come down to these next couple plays. Because you can't let it go. You can't let them get a couple first downs. If you let them get a couple first downs, they're going to eat up way too much clock. So you need to stop on this set if you want to have a chance. But here we go. The Ravens. Lamar going to keep it up to the 25, and he's going to get up to the 28-yard line for a 2nd down and 4. Not boding well for the Ravens, or for the Saints on that one. That's going to hurt them significantly. So, we'll have to see what they can do. Because if that defense is not going to stop here, they're tough. Take out the full. I changed my thoughts and forgot to delete. Yeah, Judy, Tom with 100,000 passing yards. Yep, he's the first player to ever do so. And Lamar going to keep himself to the 30, up to the 35 is where he's going to go down. And just like that, the Ravens getting a 1st down, clock stoppage. So it looks like the Saints are going to use their first timeout. Yep. So the first timeout for the Saints is being burned. And Judy asking for time. There is 3:23 remaining in regulation. So I think realistically that's almost going to do it for the most part. Because you need to get a stop there. You're only going to have 3.5. You're only going to realistically maybe have 2 minutes. So you're going to have, if you burn all your timeouts, you're going to have no timeouts but the 2-minute warning potentially, if you can get a stop here. And it's going to be a run up the middle to Drake. He is going to get slammed down for a loss of about half a yard. So just like that, I mean that's a chance. That is a chance right there. And wow, they're showing one player from the week. They're showing the Curtis Samuel touchdown where the man is literally down in a sea of defenders. And the Saints did apparently use 2 timeouts. So we'll have to take away 2. So let's see what they are able to do here. With 3:19 left, you realistically need to get a stop on this set. Because if the Ravens get a 1st down, it's all but over. But you figure if you get a stop here, burn your last timeout, you're going to get the ball with like 2.5, 2:20, something like that. You'll get the ball at the 2-minute warning, give or take, actually. Because if they burn here, yeah. So here we go. It's going to be a run by Drake up the middle, far side, and he's going to get all the way up to the 44-yard line for a 3rd down and 1. Saints going to burn their last time out here. And this is the game right here. Because with just over 3 minutes remaining, you need to, you know what I mean? You need to get a stop. So, if you don't get a stop, you are in deep trouble. Because if we look at it, 3:14 left, so if they get a stop here, they're going to pull the 4th down play at just over 2.5 minutes. So you have 2.5 minutes with only the 2-minute warning to work with. So you're in deep trouble if you don't get a stop here. And it's going to be a run up the middle by Drake, and he's going to get the 1st down. And that is all but going to ice the game. Because now, best case scenario, They get the ball back. The Saints get the ball back with like just over a minute. Best case scenario. So, it's almost over here. Unless the Saints can generate a turnover, it's going to be over. So the Ravens need just ball security. They need to have ball security. And that wins them the game. So, let's see here. It's gonna be a run up the middle by Drake, and he's gonna get past the 50, down to the 47 almost of the Saints. And just like that, he is just gonna cruise down the field, and that's gonna take us to the 2-minute warning. Use Taysom Hill for the Saints. Just making some notes on the game so that we have the recap video pretty much already written and made. Just makes the job a lot easier. Just taking notes during the game, you know. But yeah, I mean, the Saints did not use Taysom Hill whenever they needed to. The Ravens have just been able to do whatever they want. And the Saints their defense has not been able to get a stop. So, you can't expect to win if your defense can't hold your opponent. I know that firsthand as a Rams fan. Ugh. But yeah, if you guys are new around here and you're liking what you're seeing, smash like, as it helps us know we're doing our right thing. And it helps the YouTube algorithm know to push us. And if you guys also are new and like what you're seeing, don't forget to smash subscribe. At 200 subscribers, we will have a public Discord server go public, I should say. So that's only 30 subs away, 30 clicks of that button. And let's see if we can get there, hopefully in the next couple weeks. Ugh. There we go. But let's just see here. I mean, it's all but over at this point. Because all the Ravens need is a first down. A first down wins them the game. And it's going to be over. So, here we go. Let's see what they've got going. It's just been a game. For the Saints, they have not been able to do anything. Anything they do is just being flattened and unable to do anything. The Ravens are moving the ball whenever they want to. Few miscues on offense. It's just a tale of two stories. And Judy asking for the time. We are at the 2-minute warning, so 2 minutes remain, even. So all the Ravens need, the Saints have no timeouts. All the Ravens need is a first down. I mean, it's like a second down right now, so you can't kneel it out yet. But if you happen to get a first down, you kneel out the game, it's over. So that's what we need. That's what they need. Then Tuck goes bye next week. I'm thinking of picking up Robin Gold, dropping Arizona defense. Then picked up because the Niners Steve had bye, but I plan on playing them next week. I mean, that's a formidable plan. Here we go. A lot of fans leaving the Superdome. You can actually see there's like nobody left in there. Yeah, some people stay until the end because, you know, they can, but not a lot of people. And here comes a run for the Ravens. Kenyon Drake getting close. He's going to be 2 yards short, though. So the Ravens are going to snap it with like a minute 25 remaining, give or take. Minute 25 and minute 30. Well, actually, no, minute 20 more like. So it's going to be snapped with a minute 20. And realistically, at best, the Saints get the ball with like 40 seconds. So the Saints ain't winning this. I can tell you that. It's over. And the Ravens have the Panthers, Jags, Broncos, and Steelers. They have a really soft schedule coming up. So they can really make a push for the number 1 seed. Potentially. And here we go. It's going to be a run for Drake. And no, he is not going to get it. And that means that the punt is going to come with like 30 seconds left. You might see the Ravens just wind it all the way down, take a timeout with like 29 seconds remaining, and then punt the ball. But, you know, love to see what they do. So, this game has just been pure like Raven decimation and Saint destruction. So hopefully they can get something done next week. So here comes the punt with about 30 seconds left, and it is going to be game. The Ravens are going to use their last timeout with 28 seconds remaining. And was Justin Tucker was talking to his coach. Don't tell me he was going to try to kick that field goal. Well, we'll see you, Judy. Have a great night. But yeah, Justin Tucker was talking. No, the ball was at the 49-yard line of the Saints. Justin Tucker was like, hey, man, we're way ahead. Let me just try to kick this record-breaking field goal here. The ball's at the 48-yard line. It would literally be a 60-yard field goal. 70-yard field goal almost. It would be a 69-yarder, sorry. J-Dog saying blowouts are so boring. Yeah, I agree. Sometimes they're fun. Sometimes they're awesome if it's like your team, but covering them really can get tough whenever it's a blowout. But yeah, this game is over at this point. We saw a little bit of flashes though by the Saints every once in a while to get something moving. But really, it was just all Ravens all night. That being said, it's going to be a final score of 27-13. Still 23 seconds remaining, but the Saints aren't going to get a touchdown. They're not going to get anything. Yeah, they're just running it out. It wouldn't surprise me if they just call it there. They had a run by Kamara for a gain of like 5. They're probably just going to call it. J-Dog saying Bills Jets is a good one yesterday. I have to say, this week has been the best slate of games I have seen in a long time. Just looking back at the games, okay? You had the Falcons-Chargers, which went to overtime, where the Chargers happened to kick a field goal in overtime to win it. You had Miami-Chicago, which came down to the wire, a 3-point game. You had Green Bay versus Detroit, which was a huge game to watch. I was watching that game. It was insanely close. Vegas and Jaguars went back and forth. Jets-Bills was a close one. Minnesota-Washington. Minnesota had to have that late comeback. And you had the Rams-Bucks, which even though the Rams lost, that game was really exciting down to the minute. So it just was a really good slate of games this week that I unfortunately don't think we'll see for a while. So it just was a really good slate of games this week to watch. And if I look ahead to next week, let me go ahead and see what we got next week. See if we're going to have anything close. Let me see here. NFL Week 10. We have Falcons-Panthers. That has a chance to be close. Bucs-Seahawks. As much as I hate to say it, it looks like the Seahawks are probably going to blow out the Bucs. The Bears are going to hand the Lions their butts. The Dolphins are going to blow out the Browns. Titans-Broncos could be close. Same with Vikings-Bills. But it's going to be a lot of blowouts. And Jay, I was saying Seahawks versus Bucs in Germany at 6:30 a.m. I'm assuming you're West Coast because it's like 9:30 Eastern. We're going to try to stream that game, though, hopefully. We're going to try to get up early enough. It's on NFL Network. We're going to try to stream coverage of that live, just like we did tonight. But yeah, next week you have games that look close on paper. Falcons-Panthers, Vikings-Bills, Saints-Steelers, Colts-Raiders, Rams-Cardinals, and that's about it. About 5 games next week look close. Granted, we could be surprised. The Packers could come to life. The Commanders, I could see them potentially making that a close game. They've been playing really well with Heineke. But realistically, it's probably not going to be a close one. So, realistically, we don't seem to have a good slate of games next week. Looking at Week 11, nothing's really jumping out to me as being, this is going to be a close game. So I really think that, unfortunately, this week is a once-in-a-blue-moon situation where it's going to be a really good week that we're not going to see for a long time. So I just glad I was able to soak it in while we had it, you know? Because if we don't see this for a while, it's going to be a long while, I think, before we see this. It's going to be till playoff football. J-Dog asking when the Eagles-Cowboys rematch. That looks like... Scrolling through these games here. That's Eagles-Packers. Cowboys, no, that's not that one. It looks like it's late season. Really late season. So that game is going to have a lot of playoff implications. Week 16. It's week 16. It's currently set at December 24th at 4:25. I could see that being flexed maybe into... I could see them flexing that game over Raiders-Steelers. I could see them moving that game and pulling Raiders-Steelers down to the 4 o'clock slate on the 24th. So, realistically, I could see that. But yeah, looking at that, unfortunately, Week 18, we're not necessarily going to be able to stream a lot of games because I do have tickets with a friend to go to the Steelers game Week 18. You know? But J-Dog saying that'll be a fun one. Yeah. I mean, if we look at Week 16 in general, okay, you have not a lot of games other than that. I mean, you have Lions-Panthers, which will be a close one. I could see Seahawks-Chiefs going back and forth. Saints-Browns will possibly go back and forth depending on how Deshaun looks. I could see Bengals-Patriots being a close one. Week 16 has a chance to be a good week. I will say that. You got Bills-Bears. If Justin Fields continues his development, that could be a really close back-and-forth game. Giants-Vikings. Commanders-Niners. Eagles-Cowboys. Steelers-Raiders is going to be a close game. I mean, there's no doubt, but it's not going to be a good game. Rams-Broncos could be a close one. Bucks-Cardinals. So, Week 16 looks like a week to look forward to. Week 15, maybe. I mean, you have Falcons-Saints, Dolphins-Bills again. Week 14, maybe. That's the thing, is that this week, it's going to be a couple weeks, at least, before we see a week anything like this one. And it's unfortunate that we don't have these weeks more often, but I'm glad we got to see it when we did. Because it was really a fun week to watch. Like, I was watching football yesterday, and usually I'm able to make game calls fairly early. Like, I try to jump the gun and say, this game is over at this point, as the games go into the fourth quarter. I was only able to do that, really, for the Panthers game, because Bengals were up like 42-0, or whatever. And John saying, I think lots of teams this year have losing records. If I look at standings right now, let's see here. So, the entire AFC East is over 500. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 teams in the AFC are under 500. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's like almost 18 teams at or below 500, which is over half the league. And it looks like, especially in the NFC, there's a huge disparity between the teams that are good and the teams that aren't. I mean, you got the Eagles at 8-0, Cowboys and Giants at 6-2, Seahawks at 6-3, and Vikings at 7-1. Everyone else in that conference is 4 wins or less. So, and Vikings probably going to be the first division to start clinching. Yeah. I mean, they have a 4-game lead at this point. And John said, yes, 18 out of 32 teams are at or below 500. So, yeah, looking at it, the Vikings are probably going to be the first one to clinch. Now, the Eagles will probably end up clinching a wild card berth before anyone clinches anything. Just because of how they're playing. And if we look over at the AFC is just going to be a bloodbath to the end. Especially the AFC East. Like, I would love to watch. Oh, yeah, I did forget to put this as final. It did go final. Sorry, we got on a tangent about talking about the week and talking about the NFL in general. But yeah, this game is final here. But yeah, I mean, this week we're looking at, or just the league in general. I mean, the AFC East, that's going to be a bloodbath. Every team in there, the Patriots are last place in that division at 5-4. The Bills are first place at 6-2. That's going to be a bloodbath, and I am excited to see how that division pans out at the end of the year. Just because that division is playing so good and at such a high level. We don't see divisions like this every year. We just don't. If we look back at 2021-22, if we look back at last year, you didn't have any conference that was within 2 games, 3 games at the end of the year with each other. If we look back at 2020, same deal. I mean, every division always had at least 1 or 2 bad teams. You know? The only time we had a close division in 2020 was the NFC East, where the Commanders got in at 7-9. So, realistically, it's just... The AFC this year is just going to be a bloodbath, especially the East. Being this late in the season and having it. And John saying no team is winless. That is correct. Who's worse in the league? How many? How many 1, 2, 3, 4 win teams? Well, right now 500 is like 4 wins. J-Dog asking if Lamar got that guaranteed money yet. Not yet. And the thing is, I don't know if he's going to get the guaranteed money. Because the amount of money he's looking guaranteed is usually not an amount you see. He wanted that because you saw what happened. He saw what happened with Deshaun Watson getting a stupid guaranteed contract. But he's not in Cleveland. They're not that stupid to give him that much guaranteed money. I mean, especially with his play style, he is one bad injury away from being an RG3 story. So realistically, I wouldn't give him $200 million guaranteed. I'd give him maybe $200 million guaranteed over 10 years. Have the contract be worth $30 or $40 million a year, but make it over 10 years have $200 million guaranteed. You know, I wouldn't put him $200 million guaranteed on a 5-year deal. And he's not going to get that money anywhere. The QB market really mellowed out after Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson. Especially after Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson really made things go crazy, but then you had the Russell Wilson deal and his contract really kind of make things really kind of mellow out, you know? That deal really just settled the QB market as to where it is. So looking forward, it's not going to be looking for all that guaranteed. And J-Dog, yeah, I mean... He is risky. All he is one bad, like I said, he's one bad knee injury away from being an RG3 story. I mean, the man can pass, but if he doesn't have his legs, he becomes a one-dimensional quarterback. And that's what we saw with RG3. RG3 was able to throw when asked to, but the thing is that he needed that run game to be an elite-level quarterback. And as soon as he had that bad injury in the wildcard game back in, I think it was, 2013, was it? Ever since then, he was a backup, and I think now he's out of the league, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check. But I'm pretty sure he's out of the league. I think he's now in sports media, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, it looks like he's... Yeah, I think so. Let me see here. Yeah, he last played with Baltimore in 2020. He hasn't been on a team since. So just looking at it, I mean, he is just... Lamar's one injury away from being like RG3. And if you give him $200 million guaranteed over 5 years, all you're asking is, you're just asking him to have a big ACL injury that sets him back. You know? Like, I get why the Chiefs did with what they did with Mahomes, signing him to a $500 million deal. Because Mahomes, he's just able to make passes out of nothing. That man could pass into like triple coverage and still manage to hit the receiver. But Lamar is not that strong of a precision passer. So that's the issue, is that he's not the precision passer, so you can't rely on him being able to pass efficiently if his run game is taken away. Now, he can make passes, don't get me wrong, but he's not the type to dink and dunk into double coverage and hit the receiver perfectly on a dime. That's just not who he is. So, I think the Ravens would be smart to give him a contract and give him a big payday. But try to make it big enough to where he doesn't matter if it's guaranteed or not. You know? Because he wants the guaranteed money. Big news, Lamar, you're not going to get guaranteed money like that anywhere. You know? The only reason that Deshaun Watson got that guaranteed money was because he was for the Browns. Since when have the Browns ever made a good business move? Tell me. I'll be waiting. The Browns have never been able to make a good move. So, I think that's the issue. Is that Lamar wants a crazy amount of guaranteed money that he's not going to get anywhere. Except a bad team that's desperate for a quarterback that'll throw money at anything. With a reasonable skill level. Like maybe the Lions. Maybe they chuck crazy money at him. But not a good competitive team. And that's my big gripe with Lamar. Is that he wants all that money that he's not going to get. Nice, John. Nice. I was asking for a good move. He's like, Johnny Football. Oh, wait. You said good move. Oh, I love that. Yeah, the Browns have not made a good move in a long time. But the other thing I want to talk about while we're just talking football, the Buffalo Bills. I mean, Josh Allen being evaluated for a UCL injury. And if that's the case, let me see how long that could sideline him if it is a major UCL injury. And Zulu saying, who is this guy's team? I'm hoping he's not a Ravens fan because of fans like him who needs enemies. Couch potatoes are funny critiquing professional athletes. Yeah, I mean, Zulu, I'm a Rams fan, my dude. Rams all the way. Even though we lose in embarrassing fashion to the Buccaneers in the last minute because our defense can't stop a toddler. But right now, just looking though at the Bills, if I look at Josh Allen, how long could a UCL injury take to heal? So a UCL injury, if it's, let's see here, it could be anywhere from several weeks to several months if it's a UCL tear. So if that is the issue and it's an actual UCL tear, that means that Josh Allen could be done for the year, for all we know. And if that's the case, sure, the Bills got off to a hot start, but they're going to struggle in that AFC East. And that's the thing that I'm really concerned about, is that the Bills are a good team, but who's their backup quarterback? Bills' backup quarterback, they have Case Keenum. Case Keenum. John saying Joe Thomas is a good O-line man on Clee. True. And J-Dog saying why they trade Baker Mayfield. Well, the issue was Baker forced himself out of town. He ruined his career, if you're asking me. All Baker needed to do was sit behind Deshaun Watson for 1 year. Be the starting quarterback for the first 11 weeks of the season. And then be the backup the rest of the year, prove that he still has stuff in the tank, and then sign a good deal somewhere else. But he didn't do that. He got real vocal saying, oh, look, the Browns are screwing me, man. They're trying to replace me. I'm the best quarterback they've had since they came back. And he pretty much demanded a trade and forced himself out of town. So that's the issue. And, I mean, I don't get why he felt the need to do that. I mean, I get it. They dissed him. But at the same time, he could have been the starter for 11 weeks, became the backup when Deshaun comes back, and reset his career somewhere else on a good contract. But he didn't. He blew himself up. So, but yeah, Jay saying the Rams are defending champs, though. That is true. But what was it for? We bought a ring, and now we're going to finish last in the division the next year. So, that's the interesting situation with it. But yeah, I mean, I'm concerned for the Bills, though, if Josh Allen truly does have a tear that could sideline him for a while. And if that is the case, I could see the Bills losing next week. Week 11, who do they play? They play the Browns. They're not going to lose to the Browns or the Lions, but they could lose to the Patriots if Allen is still out. Then from there, they play the Jets, where they could lose again if Allen's out. So if Allen's done for the year, they could lose to the Jets, the Dolphins. They could lose next week to the Vikings. I could potentially see them losing to the Bears. Looking at their Week 17 game, who do they play? They play the Bengals. They're not going to lose to the Bengals, I don't think. But I could see them losing 5 more games this year. And that could be all they need to lose the division, realistically. With how tough that division is, I could see that happening. I could see them struggling to do that. But yeah. If there's anything else we want to talk about, I'm game right now to talk football. I enjoy doing this. Like I said, I pride myself on bringing you guys the most up-to-date and the best football content I can. And I'm down to talk anything. If I take a look at the other news, you had Colts replacing Frank Reich with Jeff Saturday. And, I mean, it's fair enough. Frank Reich really has not... The past couple weeks, he really was not looking like the guy. He was looking really struggling. He was really struggling, looking really rough. He was making some baffling calls. This is a move that's needed to happen for a long time, and it finally did. So those are the two big things today. But that's just the interesting thing, though, is like looking at it. The Colts they hung on to him way too long, and seeing Frank Reich do that. Now, the question is, though, with Jeff Saturday, does that mean that Matt Ryan is back in the fold? Because Sam Ehlinger has not looked too great. I mean, he hasn't looked hateful, but he hasn't looked great either. So that's the question, is that do the Colts start Matt Ryan again under Jeff Saturday? That's going to be the fun thing to see. Let me see if anything... I don't think anything's been... Let me see here. Will Matt Ryan... start for the Colts? Let's see, because Frank Reich said that Sam Ehlinger will replace, but that was a Frank Reich decision. That was not a Jim Irsay or a GM decision. That was a Frank Reich. So, potentially, with a new head coach, you could see Matt Ryan become the starter again. And if that's the case, I mean, we don't know what's going to happen. But, I guess with that, I mean, I know I got to probably conk out. I have a lab I have to wake up for in the morning. But John's saying Jeff Saturday was a center for the Colts and Packers. Don't know how I remember that. Yeah, I mean, I saw he was a Colts player. I didn't know what he did, but I saw that. I saw he was a player for him. And, yeah, it was interesting, though, because Jeff Saturday has never been a coach. So they completely pulled from left field for who they wanted to be a coach. So that is the interesting thing to see, is that they didn't pull maybe an Eric Bieniemy or something like that. They pulled someone who has never coached in the league before. But if you guys are enjoying us talking football, smash like, smash subscribe, all that fun stuff. We will have a public Discord server going live at 200 subscribers, honing in on that, hopefully pretty quick. And yeah, we're just hoping to talk football for as long as you guys are down. I'm down for as long as we want to. And J-Dog saying, OBJ looking for a team before the playoffs. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, OBJ has a lot of options. I don't know where he goes, though, because the Cowboys have been pursuing him big time. I can see the Packers putting in a huge bid for him because Rodgers needs a receiver, but OBJ won't go to the Packers because he wants another ring. Probably his best bet might be, as much as I hate to say it, I could see him potentially going to New England. Because you have a young quarterback who's able to do what's asked of him, and they truly lack a wide receiver one. The rest of the team is playing well. If he goes to the Patriots, becomes wide receiver one, and pretty much takes over that team on offense, I mean, the sky's the limit for what they can do. They could really be like a top-tier team if they sign him. So we'll have to see what they do with that. I just don't know where OBJ goes. Like, looking at it, he might go Ravens. I doubt it, though. Maybe the Chiefs. Bills are always an option. Looking at the NFC, you got the Cowboys are an option. The Giants are an option. They truly lack a wide receiver one. I could see him potentially going home. The Seahawks already have a couple of defined weapons. So do the Vikings. He's not going to go to the NFC South. I can guarantee you that. But I could see him potentially going to like maybe the Cowboys, Giants, something like that. So I mean, let me see here. And it looks like the Niners are going to try to throw their hat in the ring on OBJ. Please no. You already stole CMC from us. You don't need to steal OBJ from us too. Let me see here. Well, 49ers are going to try to partake in a bidding war with the Cowboys, it looks like. And just looking at it, the Bills are in the question. The Niners all of a sudden are in the question for it. Not quite sure who's going to get it, though. But J-Dog saying could be a good fit for Mac Jones. That's what I'm saying. If he goes to New England, if New England does try to make a big splash move, he goes to New England, they have a wide receiver one now, and Mac Jones or Bailey Zappi, whoever's playing, would have a solid receiver, a reliable receiver to throw to, who could all of a sudden take that team to the next level and help them win the AFC East and make a playoff push. So that's what I'm saying. Is that if you have OBJ going to that team, I mean, sky's the limit. That team is going to be dangerous all of a sudden and big time. Let's see here. Jag was thinking Eagles. I don't know, though. The Eagles already have a set receiver core. They don't really need OBJ. Like, if just off the top of my head, I mean, you got A.J. Brown there. You got, let's see here. You have A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, Zach Pascal. You have enough there with Hurts. The Eagles basically already built their Super Bowl contender. They built their team in the offseason so that Jalen Hurts could take the team on his back. John saying Ravens led by 10 plus points in the first 9 games of the season. All their teams were undefeated. One team was 8-1. Ravens have 3 losses. Yeah. That's the thing. The Ravens have struggled when they've gained a 10-point lead. They didn't blow it tonight, but in the past, they've been blowing it relatively consistently. So, it seems like they might have been able to fix that, though, just looking at tonight's game. They've been able to do their thing and be able to actually roll with it. You know? But let's take a look here. If I look back, NFL. Let's take a look at some of the other news around the league. Not really much else going on. And that being said, we're probably going to call it a night here as it is getting a little bit late. I do need to be up early in the morning. But if you guys enjoyed the stream, smash like, smash subscribe, all that fun stuff. You know the drill. Public Discord server being released at 200 subs. Honing in on it. And yeah, I guess at this point, we will see you guys tomorrow for the recap video.